Ball movement, player movement that you needed to see there?
No. In the first half, I felt like, again, the one thing I told them at halftime was when the ball was inside out in the first half, we're getting good shots. And then, like we have a tendency to do, we get up 12-14, all of a sudden we're just, we're just taking shots, or we forget how we're getting the quality of shots that we're getting. And, in the second half, we started off, I think, turnover, questionable shot. I think they scored 3 straight, and then it's a basketball game.
Steve, how was the team's attention to detail relative to the Philly game? Just watching as someone who doesn't know what plays are called, it seemed like there were at least a couple of blown sets in the second half.
And we're also slow to get into them tonight, where we're like any team. The quicker you get into your set, the quicker you get the defense on the move. With only 24 seconds, that's critical. And we certainly didn't do that tonight.
You mentioned the big lead, a double-digit lead's another one. You guys were up 18, another blown lead. Is it just complacency when the team kind of gets into that groove, or how do you kind of fix that?
Well, tonight is usually different things in this league. I mean, tonight up 17, I think, was our, 18. And then, I believe they went, I think he had 7 points in like the last minute and a half. All on mistakes, by the way. And then we went under on a Herter pick and roll and just gave him a 3. And those are mistakes. I mean, the pick and roll plays, but it's awful defense. So our defense tonight was more than good enough to win, obviously. When you hold anybody in this league to 101, but it was our offense in the second half. But again, that's what led to that. Instead of going in with a lead of 17 or 15 or whatever, it was an 8 or 9.
Steve Vooch played, I think, 9.5 minutes in the fourth, and maybe a season high for a regulation game. That's a lot for the fourth, but given the way that Len was playing on Bamba late in the third quarter, do you regret not bringing in Vucevic earlier in the fourth quarter, even though
he played almost 36 minutes, so he can't play more than that. This is, I mean, you sub to win every game, but this is also, we're playing, what is this, 9 or 7 and 15 nights. So, I mean, he can't be playing 36, 37 minutes every night. Hey, look, the reality is this. No matter how many guys you got, our guys all played probably a little bit more than they normally do, which they'll do again on Wednesday until we get Aaron back. When the guys come off the bench, they got to play some minutes, and that's just the way it is.
Coach, Markelle Fultz went 1 for 7 tonight. He struggled for a second straight game. What's the message to him going forward?
Just keep playing. I mean, he got good shots, just like he did in Milwaukee, and he played fine. And I mean, it's that's just part of this whole thing. This is his first time through it too. So playing all these games, he's playing big minutes, learning to deal with all that is part of being a good player too. I don't even worry about him. He's a mentally tough guy. He's a very serious, committed player, and I'm sure he'll play better Wednesday.
Coach, 10 free throws missed tonight, 58% from the free throw line. Is that just stress and free throws? Did guys just got to practice it more? Or?
Well, we practice a lot. I mean, it was our free throw shooting and our 3-point shooting obviously were, keys in the game.